Welcome back to the Daily Crypto Market Update. BTC literally just confirmed a TBT bearish divergence. This is not part of the TBO indicator. This is TBT divergence. It's a pro tier indicator available in the Better Traders Club. We actually had bullish TBT divergences all along this way. And of course, the moment we get one of these red guys right here, just like back over here, it marked the top temporarily here at 115,000. Then we saw Bitcoin fall down to 100K and obviously to a lot lower, down to 80K. And now we got another one of these. Now, the 4-hour time frame isn't as strong as the daily time frame, but it's clear that the plan remains the same all along. Now, I want to catch all of you guys up that are new to this, okay? There's a couple of levels you want to be watching. If you're on the bullish side, this is what we've been expecting. Actually, I want to do this. We've been watching the TBO, which stands for the Trending Breakout Indicator. This indicator right here. It has 4 different moving averages. It has support and resistance levels, all that fun stuff that are automatically drawn by the indicator. Now, the thing I've been talking about repeatedly over and over and over is that the slow line, which is the slowest of the 4 moving averages, no longer is moving up for Bitcoin. In fact, it's moving down. And this is indicating the macro trend, which is down, which means it's bearish. So any move that we have to the upside is going against the grain. It is going against the macro trend, which is bearish. Now, the other thing that I've been talking to you guys about a lot, I actually made a video on Saturday about this, saying what we want to be looking for is a tag, a touch to the fast line. Would you believe it? On Friday, there was a wick up to $93,092. And the fast line is at 93,210. So yes, I opened up a short right here. I didn't get this exact level, but it's still like that's the perfect setup for a short entry. Why? Because the last several times this has happened, we had some sort of a relief bounce and then we come up to tag the fast line and then that's over. Same thing back over here. It's over. Same thing back over here, except it went above. It's over. Now, Bitcoin could still bounce if we see a higher low. That will actually be a very negative thing. Right now, Bitcoin has, actually, let me do this instead. Bitcoin has very, very, very short-term support, which was already broken yesterday, if you want to call that support. The next level of support it has is from TBO support, which is at 86,306. But long historical support levels trump short-term support levels. So the real next level of support that Bitcoin will most likely tag and bounce off of is around $74,000 next. Okay. If Bitcoin does not fall and make a lower low, which I hope to God it doesn't, because that's going to feel it's going to be bad. Falling another 15% would be brutal for BTC. What I really want to see for Bitcoin is actually for it to fall down and make a double bottom. A double bottom is when the price falls. Usually it's on a much longer time frame, not just like a week or two later, but the price goes down and it hits a low that was previously hit, but it respects that level and it bounces off of it. Having a double bottom would be great. It would be extremely short term. And to be more realistic, a better double bottom might actually be over here at TBO support, which again, if it falls down this low, it's going to wreck a lot of people. It's also going to get really close to the MicroStrategy liquidation price or like net profit price or something like that. It's not a good level, but the reality is that it's been strong bearish on the daily time frame for a long time. And we have these TBO breakdowns from back over here earlier in November. Since then, the price exploded down 15%, and it looks like it's going to continue moving down lower. A couple of other things to be aware of. Even though we had a really nice push on RSI, the Relative Strength Index, we haven't had volume complementing that bullish momentum last week. If you watched my videos last week, I said every single day, I really like this price action. It's really, really nice to see Bitcoin looking green again. But the reality is that if we don't have volume to support the uptrend, this is all fake. It doesn't really reflect bullish energy at all. So unfortunately, volume and on-balance volume are still very much bearish, which means that yes, being down 2% at the start of a new month. Yes, happy December, everybody. This is how we're starting off the month of December. Starting it off red. Again, I don't want to rub it in, but I want to remind you guys like why it's important for you to subscribe and to stay subscribed and watch these videos. I already shared all this information, by the way, weeks ago. I told you guys that we had 2 TBT divergences, bearish ones, the red triangles over here, on the monthly closes of August and October. The reason why I sold most of my Bitcoin much lower than I wanted to, I sold some at 125, but not enough. And I sold the rest at 104,000, 105,000. But the reason I did that is because these guys just made me nervous, because the last time we saw these on the monthly, this one just marked the Pico top in November. Over here, it marked a very nasty pullback. This is the only one that did not turn out to be correct. It was preemptive, and the market rallied up higher. This one, January 2018, spot on. This one, December 2013, spot on. This one, July 2011, spot on. So out of all of these TBT bearish divergences, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out of all 6, one was wrong. You really think I'm going to stake my whole portfolio off of the one outlier? So having 2 of these was an extremely bearish signal to me. And I told you guys this. I also pointed this out on the total ES chart as well, saying, guys, this is really bad. We have a really, really bearish sign right here on October, or on October's candle. And look at where we are now. I mean, it's rough, okay? So are we going to go lower? This is the other part that you're not going to like, I'm sure, if you're bullish. If you're bearish, you're happy. Or if you've sold, you're happy right now because you're feeling good. Now, because last month's candle, we're still in the monthly candle for BTC, because it wicked inside of the cloud here, even though this is the monthly time frame. And let's go ahead and just make this a longer one. Let's do the Bitstamp chart because we have way more history, okay? It wicked inside of the cloud. The last time this happened was back over here in January. We actually did see a bullish, quote unquote, bullish reversal. We saw a bounce, short term, 30%. I'm still expecting a bounce, to be honest, but I want to make this super clear. Anytime the price wicks into this level, into the cloud, it's like putting masking tape on a balloon, like go back to like 5th grade science experiments, putting masking tape on a balloon and sticking like a needle through it. So what happens to the balloon? Does it pop? No. But you've weakened the membrane, you've weakened the surface, and if you just leave it like that, you'll come back the next day and it's deflated. It's lost all of its energy. That's the same concept right here. These are push pins on the monthly time frame. It's weakening, weakening, weakening until boom. Then we get into bearish consolidation, okay? This is never good to be above and then to pierce it. That's exactly what happened, okay? We haven't yet closed inside of the monthly cloud yet, but we are headed that way. Again, I think it's much more reasonable to expect Bitcoin to fall much lower. How low? Well, if we use our 2022 fibs, and we think about the previous market pullbacks, I think it makes the most sense to expect a 75% pullback, which would put Bitcoin around 30K. 35K is my gentle answer to this, like where like 72% doesn't feel as bad, but Bitcoin really will probably go down to 30K. The reason why is just because we're heading into a bear market year. We're heading into a bottom year. I've talked about this so much as well. I didn't even have it on this chart. It's okay. But we're heading into a bear market year or a bottom year. So we should be expecting more bearish continuation. So anytime we have bullish reversals like what we saw last week, we should be fully aware that we're being set up for a trap, which the trap has been sprung. Ethereum, it came up and it tagged the fast line. I did not open up a short in Ethereum. And the other shorts that I opened, there were 6 in total. 3 of them got stopped down in this little scam wick nonsense. They'd all be in really nice profit right now, but whatever, that's how it goes. I'd rather get stopped out. Ethereum has short-term support at 2763. It has stronger support down here at 2188. But for all of you that are wondering, yeah, it's going to be going not down here to 15, not down here to 13. My target for Ethereum is probably back down here to 1,000 or lower. Or lower. Yeah, I know. You don't want to hear that. But that's what I got. ETH BTC has a third TBT bullish divergence cluster that printed on Sunday. Again, nothing really happens until ETH BTC closes above this level. And all this means is that Ethereum is doing better than Ethereum. They can both be falling, but if Ethereum is not falling as much as Bitcoin, then this will be green, which is weird. I still expect alts to have a little bit of a rally, just so you know, in the couple weeks to come. I know it seems stupid, but that's what I'm expecting. Reminder, combined stablecoin dominance is still macro bullish. If you look at the slow line, which is curling up right now, that means it's macro bullish. We saw a retreat back to the fast line over here on Friday before the price starts to fall even more. Or rather, this is pumping, which is reflecting more dumping in the markets. We do not want to see daily RSI go back up to these levels, but it's already broken up above resistance right now, so it's already not looking good. Bitcoin dominance is inside of the daily TBO Cloud. This is actually a sign of bullish consolidation, which is strange, mainly because I'm expecting the price to go back down. Why? Because this is a very strong macro downtrend. This is basically the same thing as BTC's price, right? We get some sort of relief bounce. It feels good for a minute, but if you're not paying attention to the macro trend, and this macro trend has been much more bearish for a lot longer of a time, this is kind of okay, but I still expect Bitcoin dominance to drop a lot more. Ethereum dominance printed a TBT bullish divergence cluster, which is interesting. This is saying that the price should bounce, but we'll see about that. Also, check this out. XRP dominance on the 4-hour time frame has 6 TBO close longs. So I'm expecting prices to fall a lot further. We're going to look at other charts in a minute. Others dominance on the 4-hour time frame, just so you know, has a TBO breakdown cluster. The last cluster that we saw was back over here. And these are the kinds of clusters I get worried about. Right here, when they get nice and tight, not even close to an explosive move, and then it's just, the price just goes a lot lower. Okay, so this is letting us know, watch out. Totally 50.D, same thing. Totally 100.D, same thing. Totally yes, TBT bearish divergence, and it's going down 2.47%. Even others BTC is letting us know, spaghettios. Now, there are still good opportunities out there. I literally just had a long position close in the green because I was doing some A/B trading on Bybit, and that's the kind of stuff I talk about in our courses, specifically 15 minutes to financial freedom. So I just made a nice like $70 trade in my sleep. I didn't even know about it. I just turned on the computer today. I was like, oh, isn't that nice? So you can still make money trading in a bear market without using leverage. That was a spot position. So that's the stuff I teach in this course. Yes, for some reason, the Black Friday sale is still up. I'm not going to say anything about it. It's just still up. So this is your chance to save 50% on all of our courses. This is the biggest sale that we have of the year. Plus, we have courses produced in partnership with Kidco Media via masteringassets.com. And there are links to sign up for Femex and for BYDFi down below in the description and in the pinned comments. Check that stuff out. Let's get into the next part, which is my picks. But before I get into my picks, if you have coins you want me to check out, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't. And if you've done all this stuff, consider retweeting, sharing my videos and my channel with other people to help me reach my target of hitting 100,000 subs this year. So we only got 30 days left, guys. Pick it up. Okay, let's get into it. Wow. It's not strong. It's just like went down the wrong pipe. This will be so fun. On the 4-hour time frame. Really good segue, Aaron. Oh, thank God for that mute button. Am I right? Ooh. Oh, man. Nothing like hot coffee down your esophagus. Down the windpipe. So we got TBO breakouts here on an explosive move for quantum. It's a really big move. But the bigger news about this chart is that it closed above the cloud. So now it's actually in strong bullish mode, believe it or not. And it has 3 days above this level, which is finally conquered. Insane. So now we just probably going to see a little bit of a pullback before it pushes up higher. But this is a great start for quant. And the reason why this is light blue is because of these TBO breakouts, which are white, but there's no white flags because the default color setting here on TradingView is light mode. Now, comp, good Lord, this is a trader's dream come true. All this stuff that's bouncing, 9%, 12% over here, 15%. Comp is doing some weird stuff right now. It does have a second TBO close long printed yesterday. This is weird volume coming in though. It's very, very choppy, which is great for trading. Really good for bots, by the way. Farcoin still has it just closed a TBO close short, which is awesome. I'm expecting Farcoin to go all the way back down here, which is a juicy, juicy short. Oh man. XMR Monero went all the way up here to TBO resistance. Look at that. The high was at 438. This level is at 435. TBO is ridiculous, you guys. This is insane. Anyway, tagged resistance. So it's basically a completed TBO springboard bounce, even though it went inside of the cloud. TST, test token, is a meme token that I am actually still expecting to pump. It has a TBD bullish divergence cluster on the daily time frame. So these are both green because of these guys in the TBO. Now, the obvious truth is that many charts are looking quite bearish. Caspa, this is one that had TBO breakouts, which was looking amazing. But I told you guys last week, it's struggling to push higher. It also has historical TBO resistance. It's only 31 days is actually pretty long for the 4-hour time frame, considering the difference, right? So the price went up again to this level, but it failed to break up higher. And we have 2 TBD bearish divergences on the 4-hour. This one's most likely going to go back down and tag the fast line. Plus, it has an open TBO close short. So we are expecting the price to go lower. Solana came right up here to the fast line, and it's going lower. The reason why this works, by the way, is for all of you bulls out there, just invert the chart with the TBO. Because if you're used to recognizing TBO springboard bounces, which is when the price is overbought and it has a little bit of a pullback to the fast line like this, then it goes up higher, it goes up to resistance. This is literally the same thing we just saw with XMR, by the way. So this kind of thing that's happening right here, this is how everything looks for alts. But for XMR, it's bullish. So this is why inverting is such a powerful tool that you can use. It's just Alt I or Option I on TradingView. XRP, I got scam wicked out of this one move right here. On one side, on my alt trading side, but on FEMX, I still have my short open. I'm going to keep it open for quite a while, just because when we zoom out, XRP is still in bearish consolidation. It's going to go a lot lower over the course of the bear market. Hype, this one came up and tagged the fast line. Do you guys see this? So this is basically a bearish or a TBO springboard dump. A TBO, what is this? TBO glass ceiling smash, like Willy Wonka style. But literally, look, it just hit it, and now it's going back down here to our target to support. It's a 16% drop. That's nuts. XLM, it hit it, and now it's heading down here to support for a 12% drop. Aave hit it, and now it's heading down here to support at 156. Curve hit it, and now it's heading down here to support at 37. Zen, this one actually is looking worse, unfortunately. Well, it depends. If you're shorting it, you're happy. But it has a TBO breakdown cluster. These are the kinds of clusters that you should be excited about if you're shorting and scared about if you have a long position open. Because these, when they happen on the 4-hour time frame, really close together, before the move has exploded lower, these are such a massive, massive signal. By the way, Zcash, same thing. So this is what I've been telling you guys. This one's going to drop all the way down. Like when I say all the way down, it's going to fall all the way down here to $25. It is. Okay. Atom on the 4-hour time frame, TBO breakdown. And then this is the third one, and it's already dumped 4%. Starknet, unfortunately, this is one of the not so good ones, means that it's going to go lower. I still have my extra buy order set up here at support. I might even move it a little bit lower, but it's here at historical TBO support. And what I actually did is I placed an order here, and I placed an order right about there, just in case we get another scam dump. I want to be buying the dip, and I want to be buying on the fear as much as possible, so that way I can average down my position and get out. Coal-I, this one has been showing more and more volume. Check this out on the 4-hour time frame. To zoom in a lot, it had another one of these little shoot ups here to 68, cents, and then it's fallen all the way back down here to support. Now, this chart's still really shaky and really, really dangerous because, I mean, this is a 38% move. People are going to get liquidated in both directions, but it's great for faster time frames. It's much better for scalping and having lots of fun on faster time frames because look at this. On the 5-minute time frame, 2%. 2%. Like, that's a big move on a 5-minute time frame. That's insane. Now onto your requests. Aster. Whenever I say Aster, I literally cannot stop thinking of Metallica. Aster! Aster! Someone has to do a cover. So I didn't even say anything about it. Aster is just on a downtrend. It's bearish. It's below the cloud. It's strong bearish. There's support here. Where would it make sense to add? Well, never ever right at the green line because look at the low. The low here is at 817. Why would you put it there? So I would just put it just slightly above, probably in here. That's where I would put a safety trade just in case. But it's starting to also get closer to breaking below $1. On the 4-hour time frame, it has shorter term support at 91 cents. So there's another good level or a good range to start looking to build a position, or if you're shorting, a good target. S, previously Phantom, TBO Breakdown. It already had 2 over here, so this is the 3rd one. It's just losing support, and it's still strong bearish. Nothing really is happening with it that's bullish. It's just bad. On the weekly, just a reminder, any chart that is oversold below 25 on the weekly time frame, it's not a guarantee. Nothing is ever a guarantee, but there's a very strong chance that it's going to continue to dump. It's going to continue to be bearish, just so you know. WorldCoin, this one is about to break support. If it does, expect one of these another nasty moves. Support short term is at this low here at 566, 56 cents. It's just bearish. Everything is really strong bearish right now. Bluefin had a really weird pump actually yesterday, 34%. Oh, that's an old fib. 34% up, but it's still bearish. Careful. Mon, this is the Monad coin. Honestly, it's hype city. The one thing to watch is volume. Right now, volume is bearish on the 4-hour time frame. It's not exceeding the moving average. Everything is bearish right now. This one could pop back, but the problem with Monad and like other coins like it is that a lot of these have these long, really deep listing lows. It's telling you where the chart's going to go. So here on Bybit, I mean, this is down to like half a cent. Last but not least, Jasmy, still strong bearish. Once it breaks below this low, it will probably shoot down another 10, 15%. But again, it's strong bearish on the weekly time frame. The honest to God thing to consider is just zooming out. If you have any funds, then you would want to consider waiting and just placing scam bids all the way down here. Because if the chart happens to have a scam wick down because of forced liquidations down 56% and you're able to buy down there at a discount, when you buy at a 56% discount and the chart happens to just shoot right up, that's 125% return. It's a good deal. Okay, so I don't expect anything to magically change. Bitcoin being down 2.77% already on the day, or it's the start of a new month. Again, if there's no volume, there's no votes, there's no momentum, there's no nothing. So I'm still expecting bearish continuation for Bitcoin. I would love to see a double bottom at 80K. If it doesn't, then we're headed to 74K. But the reality to it, like I said, you can still trade in this market. You just saw with Blue, there are going to be charts that pump out of nowhere. You'll be so surprised. So don't give up hope yet. You can trade without using leverage. I've made videos already about this, but I want you to watch this video here about alt trading, because the DCA bots that I've been using on alt trading, a lot of these bots, a lot of these charts are massively oversold. So I was explaining in that video how a DCA works. I'm showing you visually how it averages down your order, all that fun stuff. Watch that video. Until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.